Hello and welcome, friends. Today's topic is electric vehicle terminology. Friends, for understanding the concept of electric vehicle, first you need to know these basic terminologies related to it. So, today I have come up with the process of covering all the terminologies related to electric vehicle from A to Z. So, without further delays, let's get started with it. We'll start with A. Now, there is a terminology named AC, alternating current, which is an electric current that reverses direction at regular intervals. AC/DC, this refers both alternating and direct currents. See our definition for AC and DC for specific definition for these types of electric flows. uh, AFV, that is alternatively fueled vehicle run on fuels that aren't the traditional petrol or diesel. AMP, as you know, as you may be knowing this is a unit of electric current. Autopilot. This is when a car has self-driving technology. Tesla is one of the most famous electric car to incorporate this technology of autopilot in their cars. 800 volt. It is one of the most powerful types of charging that can add as much as 60 miles of power in 5 minutes. Then comes battery capacity from B. This is amount of power that an electric car battery can hold. Over time, the battery capacity of your car will decrease. Then comes BCH, that is battery electric vehicle business control hire in battery electric vehicle. It is a type of leasing contract for business rather than individuals. BEV, that is battery electric vehicle, 100% battery powered electric vehicle. Then comes BIK, benefit in kind, is a tax on employees who receive benefits or perks on top of their salary. Then comes brake recuperation. This is when power is recycled back into the battery when you brake. Now, from C comes car club. Car clubs are a car sharing scheme that often take place in city areas. A resident rents a car by the hour and then returns it to a dedicated parking spot. Then comes CCS, that stands for Combined Charging System and is a standard for charging electric vehicles in EU. Then comes cells. Lots of cell combine to make a battery pack that can store lots of electric energy. Charge flap, the small plastic door that covers the charging socket of your electric car. Then charging, you know that how the electric vehicle is charged. Charging point from where we charge the electric vehicle. Then comes charging rate. It is the speed at which your battery will accept electricity when being changed. Then comes charging station. You know, guys, what is charging station? Then it's a connector. A device. It is a device attached to a cable from EVS, that is electric vehicle supply equipment, that connects to an electric vehicle, allowing it to charge. Then comes charging system. This is a quick charging system allowing charging capacities up to 50 kilowatt at appropriate public charging stations. They are located at various places. Then there's also Chademo, that is CHADEMO. This is the name of a large round 4-pin charging plug that is only used at rapid charging stations. Also, there is Cheetah stands. Tesla's Cheetah stands. Some of you might have heard it. It's a feature that utilizes a dynamic suspension to dip the front of the car before acceleration from the stopped position. Then there's a commando cable. This is the name given to a wire that connects your car to the charging point via connectors. Then there's also CVT, that is continuously variable transmission. It is a type of automatic gearbox that is common on hybrid vehicles. From D, there are various EV terminologies. The very basic is DC, that is direct current, and electric current of constant direction. Then there's DC or fast charging, that is electric charge. The fastest way to charge an electric vehicle quickly, as with the electric output ranges from 50 kilowatt to 120 kilowatt. This will fully charge an average electric car in 30 to 40 minutes. Isn't it amazing? Then there's also a terminology named degradation, which says that when an electric car's battery loses capacity over time, it is much like a battery on your phone. Okay, this will happen naturally as they get recharged numerous times. I'm talking about the electric car. Other factors like the temperature can also have an impact. This is called as degradation. मैं ये सब कुछ एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर रही हूँ, मतलब अभी एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ, लेकिन मैं ये सब पॉइंट्स इस पेज में ऐड कर दूंगी, एंड आई विल शेयर द लिंक. ओके. Then there's also a terminology named depreciation, which means the amount your car drops in value as it gets older. Then there's also a destination charging. We'll say destination charging when you charge your electric car away from home. Okay. Then from E, the terminologies are, the very basic one is EV, electric vehicle. You all guys, of course, know what is electric vehicle. Then there's EVSE, electric vehicle supply equipment, a safety protocol that enables two-way communication between a charging station and an electric vehicle. Basically, it controls the safe current flow between the charger and your electric vehicle. Then there's EREV, extended range electric vehicle. Although the electric motor of a PHEV, that is plug in hybrid electric vehicle, always drives the wheel, it features are very different. Okay. Then there's also a Easter egg. Easter egg means it is a hidden feature in an electric car software. Tesla is well known for putting Easter eggs on their models. Then there's also e-pedal. Yeah, in Nissan model, there's e-pedal. It's one pedal driving system. E-pedal means you can decelerate by lifting your foot off of the pedal. This type of driving also utilizes regenerative braking. I have explained what is regenerative braking many times in my previous videos. Then there's also EREV. That is, of course, I have explained it. Then from F comes uh, fuels, FCEEV, matlab fuel cell electric vehicle. You all know what is fuel cell electric vehicle and how it works. Then there's also fast charging. This is typically type of charging that ranges from 7k volt to 22 kilo volt. Okay, watt. Sorry for that mistake. And it can charge up an electric vehicle in about 3 to 10 hours. You will often find fast charging at homes, workplaces, and public places also. Then from uh, H, there's I guess I missed the G, right? Okay, sorry for the mistake. I'll cover those points. There are two terminologies, that is GHG. You can make a note of it. This is an abbreviation for greenhouse gas. CO2 is a greenhouse gas that electric cars do not emit whilst driving, right? That is what it is. Then there's gigafactory, a word used for very large factories that make electric cars. Gigafactory is usually a term reserved specially for Tesla facilities. Okay, do remember this. Then there's from H will there's HEV, hybrid electric vehicle. You all know what the HEV is. Then the other technologies related to H are heat pump. Heat pumps are a more energy efficient way of heating an electric car without wasting valuable energy. They extract the warmth from the air and condense it to raise the temperature. ओके, देन there's also होम चार्जिंग पॉइंट, दैट इज मतलब जो घर पे हम लोग चार्जिंग पॉइंट को प्लग इन करते हैं तो उसको होम चार्जिंग पॉइंट कहते हैं. देन there's हाइब्रिड, also hydrogen. Yeah, you guys might have listened or this heard this hydrogen fuel electric cars also. Then there's the terminologies related to I are the very basic is IC, that is internal combustion engine, that is not related to electric vehicle, but you need to know this. Then there's also inverter switches AC current from means into DC currents for your car's battery. Okay, then from K there's kilowatt hour, you can read it. There's also lithium ion battery terminology starting from L, is related to L. This is a current standard in electric vehicle batteries, offering good energy density, power, and fast charging ability. Then there's also lead acid. This is an older type of battery that has since been replaced by more efficient lithium ion battery. Then there's also level 1, level 2, and level 3 charging. I have explained the concept of level 1, level 2, and level 3 charging in my previous video. You can check it out. Then there's ludicrous mode. Okay, it is a setting on high end Tesla models contains it that allows drivers to accelerate very quickly. Then from M, the terminologies are the very basic one is of course mild hybrid electric vehicle, and starting from N there's NEDC. Okay, the new Europe driving cycle. It was an old system for measuring fuel economy and populants. This was replaced by much more accurate WLTP testing. Okay, and then there's NICAD, nickel cadmium, sorry, cadmium. It was a type of battery that was used on older electric vehicles. And then from O, aren't much terminologies, so I'll just explain one of it, that is OZEV, that is the Office for Zero Emission Vehicle. It is a team working across the government to support a transition to zero emission vehicles. Then there's P. Okay, now starting from P is plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. You know this is a type of electric vehicle. Then there's also pure electric vehicle powered solely by electric motors using power provided by onboard batteries. Then there's also PCH, that is personal contract hire. It is a type of leasing contract for individuals rather than businesses. You can check more about it on Google. Then there's also PCP, that is personal contract purchase. It is a type of leasing contract again, where you pay the depreciation and the interest. Okay, then there's also preconditioning. Preconditioning is a feature where you can schedule your electric car to hit its interior before you get in. If you charge your car up overnight, the heating can be scheduled for the morning, where it will be heated using the means electricity and will not reduce your range before setting off. Then there's also Pro Pilot. This is the concept related to Nissan. Okay, this is the name of Nissan's self-driving technology. Pro Pilot. I guess I have marked up a lot many terminologies here, but you can check out the link. I'll give it in the description, and then you can go through all the terminologies that I'm explaining orally. Okay, because those weren't so important, so I thought I shouldn't include them here, so I'm explaining them orally only. Then from R there's a range, which where electric vehicles are concerned. This usually refers to the distance a car can travel on just electric power before having to be recharged. Okay, then there's range anxiety. This is a fear of running out of charge before reaching your destination or another charging point. Then there's rapid charging. This is a type of charging which usually charge your electric vehicle up in around an hour only. They charge at speed of 43 watt and up. And then there's regenerative braking. I've explained it, what it is. And then there's REEV, which means a range extended electric vehicle. It is an electric car that uses a petrol powered range extender to charge the battery when it's depleted. Okay. uh, then from S, there's SAE J1772, the North American standard for an electric connectors for electric vehicle. Then there's also SAE combo. Then there's also a terminology named second use battery. तो लोग को अंदाजा आ गया होगा कि वो क्या है. तो this is when old batteries from electric cars get put to other uses, such as storing electricity in people's home. There's also self-charging hybrid. This is just another name for a hybrid electric vehicle, okay, which is a petrol or diesel car that has a small battery to assist with some driving features. This battery cannot be recharged through plugging in. Instead, it relies on the combustion engine and regenerative braking to re-energize. Then there's also slow charging, smart charging, SOC. SOC means state of charge. It is a current percentage of power in battery. Okay. Then from T, there's type 1 plug, type 2 plug. Tesla supercharger is also there. For it's a supercharged, Tesla uses a modified version of the type 2 mini plug. Okay, this allows for the Model S to recharge to 80% within 30 minutes only. Then there's torque. There's also 3 pin time of use. Time of use means this refers to the time that you use your electricity. Means the time of use traffics will allow you to choose the most power when there's less demand on the grid and prices are low. There are also turtle mode. Turtle mode kicks in when your car is about to run out of power. It uses all the energy it has left so you can drive to a place of safety or get off the road. Then from you, there's utility rate. Also, there's ULEV, which is an ultra low emission vehicle. It is a car that emits less than 75 gram of CO2 per kilometer from its tailpipe. And there's also ULEZ, that is the ultra low emission zone. It is an area in London where high polluting vehicles get charged a daily rate if they drive within its borders. Then from V, there's level 1 charging, level 2 charging, slow and fast. There's also V2G. So V2G is vehicle to grid. It is a feature that allows you to sell excess power from your electric car back into a grid during periods of high demand. This feature allows your users to send power back into their houses. Then there's also V2H, which says vehicle to home. It is like vehicle to grid, except only that you can only move power back into your house. This feature is particularly useful during power cuts. Then there's also V2L, that says vehicle to load, means that you can use your electric car to power external devices. Some of the latest electric vehicles are capable of boiling a kettle also. Then there's voltage and VED. VED is vehicle excise duty, okay, also known as road tax. Then W doesn't have any terminology. And from Z, there's zero emission vehicle. It is a term used for any car that does not emit any CO2. Currently, this covers electric and hydrogen cars. I'll share this page link with you so that you can explore these terminologies yourself. Happy learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.